Hey, this is your host Anthony Dinar and your co-host Brandon Hayes.
Hello?
And today I played Zombie Army Trilogy. It's a terrible name, but an awesome game.
Right, we mentioned this in the Doom video, one of them. One of our Doom specials, we talked about how Wolfenstein kind of sort of lost its way as a franchise. And we
Yeah.
mentioned this was a good example of the genre done right, I suppose.
Yes, absolutely. Brilliant, brilliantly said. Even though I can't say that. This concept of just shooting Nazis, zombies. I mean, it's one, like, okay, Wolfenstein, it was just Nazis, and like it slowly got creepier and creepier like the further in the game that you got. Where this one is just like right off the bat, it's Nazi zombies.
Which is fine, I don't mind that slow build up. My complaint with Wolfenstein was that like it started getting into this weird like vague RPG-ish kind of elements where like you were starting to like collect gold to then use the gold to purchase weaponry and
Right.
stuff. It's like I just like to pick up your weapons and go.
And the gold was like pure benefit, like icing on the cake kind of thing. Like
There's like points or in some rare versions health, but that's that's all it ever needed to be. That's
Yeah.
why I love the new Doom because it's so simple, you know.
Right.
But this is you're just going around killing zombies, and every once in a while you'll get these like glory shots or whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Yeah,
where you'll
those are
see
cool.
like the bullet actually travel through the skull or whatever you shot.
See the combo thing on the bottom? Like I tried really hard to get that up real high too, so like I'm also like playing like a game within a game, which is neat. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this game so much that I burned through it I think in like a couple weekends. I mean, it's a long game. The reason it's called the Zombie Army Trilogy is because there's like 3 separate games sort of in this, so that makes sense in the name. But it was really kind of dumb. You didn't need that. Just give it some generic name like
Well, they
Nazi
did.
zombies, and then that's it. But the trilogy
What?
part, who cared? Like what they were trying to do, they were trying to like tell you that it was a big game, which it is, but it was just. And when I first saw the name, I remember passing over it, and I'm like, no, I'll just like I want to buy the Wolfenstein because like that's the brand name that I want. And one of the things that I have to complain about Wolfenstein is you never actually like fight Hitler anymore, and this in the very end you actually fight Hitler, which is cool, and that's what Wolfenstein did in the very first Wolfenstein 3D.
Which isn't the first. But
Well, the first that everyone remembers. We have an episode on like
the original.
and boy, is it fucking terrible. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it's cool for what it is, but no one's playing that.
No.
You would just watch a YouTube video on it just to see, what it was like, and think that.
For the time, it was great, but for the time, Pong was great. We've moved on.
Well, I wouldn't ever say it was great. No, I know what you mean. I'm just teasing. But it's a beautiful game. It looks great.
Yeah.
Graphics are awesome. The controls are easy. You get to pick different characters.
And this is another game that's like just been sitting, like the footage has been done and just been sitting on the computer desktop for like months and months, and you finally got around to editing it, and then like now we can talk about it.
Yeah.
So like I vaguely remember what we discussed when I was watching you do this live, but you're a big fan of MASH.
Oh yeah.
And
So I bought like the whole series of MASH, and I got a T-shirt. And I even got pajama bottoms that look like, like the clothes you would wear on the MASH set. It's an awesome show.
yeah, so being this hardcore MASH fan, we started talking about how this guy you're playing kind of looks like Father Mulcahy.
He looks exactly like Father Mulcahy.
So we were putting together this fake timeline where like before the Korean War, which is where MASH takes place,
Right.
we had Father Mulcahy was just a soldier in World War II, and then like he saw all this shit, and so that's what turned him to a priest in the first place. So this is a prequel to MASH.
It makes perfect sense. I mean, after seeing this, like, I would like turn to God too, because
wouldn't.
You're seeing the devil and stuff. I mean, it's not even a question anymore. You know it's real.
Yeah, but then he let all this happen. No, I guess if you had to choose sides and it's either this or that, I guess I would choose good.
Yeah, the opposite side of Hitler is probably a safe bet.
I wasn't even thinking of Hitler in the equation, but
there's one of those glory shots you were talking about.
Right in the gut.
It's a fucking great game. I loved it. It doesn't do that too much, you know? It's like when you're really far and you're shooting a great distance, you'll see it more often. But for the most part, like, it doesn't overdo it, which is cool.
Yeah, because then it would get really
Annoying,
frustrating.
Yeah.
Did they go down with body shots? Like, if you just shot them purely in the foot or something, would they eventually go down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It doesn't have to be the head. Yeah. You just destroy the body enough that it would kill him. That's cool looking. There's some other like juggernaut zombie Nazis, and they're pretty hard to kill. It kind of sucks because the way that you fight them is you kind of have to like keep them chasing you, so you don't really get a nice clean, picture, if you will, to put on YouTube of that, because he's got like a machine gun and he'll just mow you down. And it's a really lame, video if you watch me just keep running from the guy and like just shooting him once and then run again, and then shooting him again and then run.
Oh yeah, I've watched a lot of it.
There's a guy who has like a chainsaw that's a one-hit kill, and when you get to that part of the game, like, you're fucking scared because like he runs really fast. It does a good job of keeping you like on edge.
There are checkpoints though, which is nice. It's
yes.
Like it's a very playable game.
Lots and lots of deaths. See how the bullet like hit that one guy and then hit the other guy? That was cool. There was a knife in the first zombie head, and then like this turned into the magic bullet.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, next it's gonna hit Connolly.
So like I one of the rare times I ever do this is I put the game on hard, and you're watching only this part in the alleyway on hard, and I'm trying really, really fucking hard to get out of this level.
That kamikaze soldier just delivered some massive damage.
Yeah, and if you see his face, he's actually Japanese zombie, which is cool.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like how the bullet's all like mashed up.
Yeah, it's all realistic.
Meanwhile, I say this all the time when I'm watching movies like this or whatever. Like, I'm just like in this alley, all these zombies are coming towards me. I'm not trying to fight this off. Like, I mean, maybe for a little bit, but when the odds are just insurmountable, I'm just like blowing myself up with a grenade.
Yeah, well, that's the difference between you and Father McKay. So, speaking of MASH, did you know that the TV show lasted longer than the war?
I hate when people point that out. I fucking hate that. Because, yeah, okay, so, like, I'm bad at history, really. Even though I like the subject, I can't remember dates very well. But, like, How long was it? Like, 4 years or something? And then the show was, like, 7 or 8 years. But, that doesn't mean anything. The show wasn't, like... If you combined, like, if you compress them to show, like, day to day to day, it wasn't over 4 years of footage or
Right,
whatever.
right,
So
right.
so like the length of time lasted longer, but you weren't seeing every day.
But it's just interesting that like they had enough ratings to keep that going, and the way that we watch TV now is so different than the way that you watch TV back then. So that last episode is forever gonna hold like the title of
The most watched season finale ever.
yeah, exactly. Boy, did you see that last episode?
Yeah,
Fuck, that was good.
I saw almost every episode, if not every episode,
Yeah. Well, at first I hated the show because our stepdad liked the show, and I fucking hate that guy.
So we just like hated everything he liked, just guilt by association.
Yeah, exactly. And then it wasn't until like much, much later where I actually enjoyed the show. And look at this, I'm still in the same goddamn hallway, and they keep on coming. Like, and this game is actually designed for 4 people. You can all play with friends and kill all these guys.
So you can play like Hawkeye and
BJ and like Klinger wearing a dress.
That would be fucking awesome.
Oh, that was great.
You can unlock different dresses for him too.
like those weirdo Japanese games where you buy them different outfits and they get sluttier and sluttier and the more expensive they are.
I don't want to see like Klinger in a bikini.
He's so fucking hairy. Look at that combo, 52. That's great.
Oh, that was cool. That headless body keeps walking towards you.
Yeah,
I wonder
he'll
how
hurt you a little bit too before he falls.
I wonder how many people actually remember MASH. Like anyone who's watching this, like, do they even know what it is?
Oh gosh,
I would have to think it's popular enough that they would.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like 20, no, but if you're like between 30 and 40, yes. And I'd say we got a lot more people who watched this stupid YouTube channel of ours that would remember MASH.
People watch this channel? We actually do have a legit MASH game for the Atari that
we do.
We need to get to.
Oh man, that was a rare find.
Yeah, it looks great.
And it's 2-player too, so
is it?
Yeah, I'll be Hawkeye and you can be BJ.
Do they actually let you pick the character? You probably
No.
don't.
It's just first player is Hawkeye and second player is BJ.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's a helicopter game, so you got to pick up the wounded and take them to base, and you're competing on who can save more lives.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
they weren't helicopter pilots; they were fucking
surgeons?
doctors. Yeah, so that makes no sense.
Yeah. What was that guy's name? The one everyone hated, Frank.
Yes, Frank Burns.
And
Fuck that guy.
And then who's the guy who replaced him?
He was some English bloke. Fuck, what was his name? It was like, it's on the tip of my tongue. Jesus Christ.
Well, anyway, I was gonna say it would be great if you could play as those two assholes, even though the timelines don't mix.
Yeah, he was like Charles.
There you
go. Something the third. I just can't remember his full name. Anyways,
You have to look it up on IMDb or something. We'll remember as soon as I'm done recording.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as I stop recording.